Alright, so I've been putting off this video for quite the amount of time, but I'm going to be telling you guys my sophomore year schedule for both semester 1 and this semester. So I'm just going to get straight to the chase, so if you have any questions in particular about distributional requirements or how credits work at Yale, leave me a comment down below so I can be more educational down there. But for now, I'm just going to straight up tell you what classes I took and I'm taking right now. Alright, so this is going to be a true memory test to see if I remember my classes, but for semester 1, I took Chinese 130, which is level 3 Chinese here, Theater 210, which is Introduction to Performance Concepts, so it's like the first acting class that you take as a theater studies major. Theater 110, I'm getting ahead of myself. Theater 110, which is Survey of Modern Theater and Drama, a prerequisite class you have to take for the theater studies major. And then my last class was Introduction to Statistics, Political Science. And for context, I'm planning on double majoring with political science with kind of like a focus on statistical methods and theater studies, or as we officially changed the name, theater and performance studies. That being said, now I don't have much leeway in choosing free classes or quote-unquote fun classes, even though I do think that both political science and theater courses are fun. It's just that I can't really explore out of it too much because I'm double majoring, which means that I have less credits to sort of fill in. So Chinese level 3, it's more intense than regular Chinese. At Yale, language here is definitely very intense. You meet 5 days a week, and I'm pretty sure the schedule somewhere, maybe over here, we'll be able to show it. But you meet 5 days a week and every day for 50 minutes, and pretty much every day you have daily quizzes and homework and weekly exams and oral exams and presentations, and writing and reading and exercises and all that stuff. In addition to an extra tutorial session that goes for half an hour. So that being said, you technically meet 6 days a week, but I love it because for language, if you do want to learn language, please take a class because it'll keep you accountable. But also, most importantly, language is a long-term thing. It isn't something that you procrastinate on and cram it for the next day. If you truly want to learn the language, and in my case, I really do. I love the class, I love the teacher, I love my classmates, it's always so fun. You really have to put in the work every single day and live through and with the language. Next up is Theater 210, and I love this class so much. Our teacher is pretty much an actor, playwright, famous. She's an actor, playwright, famous. She's a goddess, she's amazing. And the group of people in there are just so vulnerable and amazing and nice and so kind and hospitable and creative. And as you can see, the class meets twice a week, and I have some of my best friends there. And in class, we always learn different techniques and methods and apply them and do improv and do skits and all these fun things. But most importantly, we learn to just be human and to breathe and to be with ourselves. Next up is Theater 110, which meets twice a week, and we also have an additional section. So the lecture is a 30 people lecture, and then the section is that you're divided into an 8 to 10 people section where it's kind of like a seminar kind of style. So this class teaches about theater history, and it's so amazing because it's very global. There's theater from literally all over the place. We learn how different they are, how similar they are, and also how applicable they are to our daily life. Amazing class. Last class is Intro to Stats Political Science. So this class is basically an AP statistics class, but then you extend past that by like 4 or 5 weeks or so. And our lecturer, he's absolute bonkers, amazing, funny dude. It's a class of like 400, 500 kids. And then towards the end of the class, towards the end of the year, you switch into your specific focus. In my case, it was political science. There's also categories for like medicine and stuff like that. But it was definitely a good class, fun class. Yeah, I love it. One neat thing about it too is that he posts all of the lectures and everything online, so I never had to really go to class, just kind of like simultaneously do my problem set while watching the lecture the day of. Pretty neat. Now for this semester, it's a bit interesting because, as some of you know, Yale actually moved online to Zoom University, so we actually have classes online now. They pretty much kicked all of the students out of campus, so our campus is officially closed and we have classes online for the rest of the year. But before I talk about what that process is like, given that it's the first week of doing online classes, I'll explain to you what classes I have this semester. Chinese 140, which is level 4 Chinese, Theater 111, which is the continuation of Theater 110, Theater 213 with Hal Brooks, New Play Development in America. This is a very good class. So in my Theater 213 class, it's absolutely an amazing class, but I'm one of the only few sophomores underclassmen in the class, so it's like a group of 15, 16 kids, mostly juniors, and seniors, and it just basically teaches you about like how a play is developed from scratch and like so many other nuanced things. Sometimes we have weekly playwrights and directors in Broadway come in to talk with us about things. It's a very useful but also practical class for your career. I love it. It's amazing. It's a seminar that meets once a week. You can't really complain with that. My last class is Statistical Methods, Data and Analysis, Stats 230. This is sort of a continuation of the last class I had for poli-sci, so you can see that a lot of these things are kind of pairing up. This class will help me get that statistical requirement out of the political science major. It's very chill. You learn how to code and program in R. And once again, the lectures are online, so you do the homeworks with the lectures simultaneously. Alright, so in terms of how classes are continuing, most of the professors here at Yale, for the most part, are actually very, very understanding of the situation, given that it's, it was very unpredictable and sort of out of nowhere, and we're all learning to adapt with it. But yeah, now classes are online. Yale is using Zoom, so pretty much the class schedules are pretty much the same, but instead I just sit on my desk, turn on my webcam, put my microphone on, and try to do classes as normal. Luckily for me, most of my classes sort of fit this format of Zoom, so it wasn't too hard adapting to any of the classes. But for example, in Chinese class, we used to do a lot of actual writing of like characters, but now everything is just digital and online, so I don't really have to focus on the aspect of like actually writing and memorizing characters. And for things like my Theater 111 class, we have some students who are actually stuck in Europe and different time zones, different countries. So what we do is that she's actually recording the lectures, and instead of having a lecture twice a week, the second lecture is actually just an online discussion Canvas post board thing. So you don't have to be online at the same time to complete the assignment. But yeah, that being said, everything for the most part is pretty much the same. A lot of the dates for like assignments and exams are pretty much the same. But yeah, we're pretty much just trying to survive together. It definitely hurts and sucks to not be able to see my friends face to face every day, but know that it's for a greater purpose. We're all gonna learn together. We're all gonna get through this and just stay your home, okay? Just stay home. Don't be going around, quarantine. We gotta flatten the curve, y'all, okay? So yeah, that's pretty much it for my video. If you have any more specific questions or anything else you wanna know, please let me know down below. Also, I'm planning on making a Zoom interview series where I interview my friends, Yale friends, through Zoom, and let me know what you think about that. Alright, so that has been this video. Stay healthy, stay loved. I love you, I care for you, and you know that you have your family and friends that care for you as well during these tough times. And hopefully I can make content that will entertain and hopefully maybe inspire, but also teach and educate, so that you guys can be more than excited to return back to campus or to start your life on campus. I'll see you, and yeah, take care.